I'm excited to share with you how to make this cute accordion folio today. It's got pockets, it's got places to put notebook paper, and I think it's really fun and easy to do. So let's get started. So here I have this folio, accordion folio is what I'm going to call it, and it was really fun to make. I've really gotten into paper crafting, if you haven't noticed from the last few videos. I will get back to making some more crochet and prelim projects, but I just made this one. I thought it was really cute. You can use it for really any purpose. I just decided to make it like a monthly planner, bullet journal, junk journal situation. So I have the cover, and then you open it and you got pockets here and here. I thought it would be fun to do daily habits, so I just put like some papers that I got from Cultivate What Matters, and so I thought that would be good for tracking daily habits. And then 2 more pockets. You can track your chores for the month, and then goal setting for that part. And then if you flip it over and start from the back cover, you open it and there's this section here, and so I decided to put some notebook paper in there and number it for every day. So there's some for every day, and then you flip it and there's another section that I decided to put notebook paper. So today I'll just kind of show you how to make the bare bones of it, and it's accordion because it can open up like that, and it's really simple, really fun, and I hope you guys like it. We are going to start by grabbing 4 pieces of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and here I used 2 pages of 2 different styles. And so I suggest that if you kind of want it to be cohesive throughout. So I'm going to go grab my paper and we'll get started. So I've chosen to use these 2 patterns. And as you see, I have 2 pages of both patterns. And these are 12 by 12. And so I'm just going to take a page of each pattern and then set the other 2 aside. And we are going to be working in thirds. And so if you have a score, you can score, but I do not, so I just use a ruler and I make marks. And I'm just going to take my ruler, and 1/3 of a 12" by 12" is 4 inches. And so I'm just going to mark 4 inches down the back of the paper, so that I know where to fold. And I'm going to do this on both pieces of paper. Now I'm just going to fold my paper back on that line, so that my paper is folded into 1/3 and 2/3. Then I'm just going to take the paper and fold it fold it back so you can see the pattern fully on this side, and it takes up half of that side. Just folding it back the other way. And then I'm just going to take the paper, the wrong sides I'm going to put together, and then those flaps will flap over like that. And I'm going to decide which pattern do I want to be the pocket and which pattern do I want to be the outside. And I tend to like the more busy pattern to be the outside and the calmer one to be the inside. And so I am going to trim this top piece off of my pink paper. And then I will have this that will form the pockets. So I'm going to take my double-sided tape and I'm going to tape this down to that part of the paper, and then this can fold up over when I'm finished. Now I want this part to also be in thirds, so I'm just going to make some real quick little marks at the 4-inch mark and at the 8-inch mark. And then I'm just going to take my paper and I'm going to fold it in to those marks, so that way I can get my paper into thirds. It might be easier if we have it opened up so the pockets don't get crazy. It does kind of help it fold a little easier. And then I'll flip it the other way and fold this one into that other mark. And then that way my paper is now in thirds. I can fold this back up at the pockets and crease them a little more. And there we go. I will show you real quick. So this is made up of 2 of these. So this part will be these right here, and then when it opens up to the next one, that's this guy. So this one is going to need to fold back. I'm going to need this pocket to go this way. And so I'll go ahead and crease that down. And so here's my cover now. The first section of pockets, this will be the second section, and this will be this section that has paper right here. Okay, so I'm going to crease these down really well, and then I'm going to make another set of these. Now, in mine, I decided to flip what was the pocket color, so you can see that here. The background was this, and this was the pocket color, and then when I got to the second set, I flipped it. It's fun. I like that, but I am going to just keep them the same for this. So I'm going to follow the exact same steps I did to make a second one of these. The folding, we'll talk about which direction to fold it in thirds once we get the other one made. So here I have my 2 pieces made. I didn't tape this down, but I folded them into thirds. This one, the top one, is folding in and then backwards, forward and then backwards. And then you do the opposite with the other one, backwards and then forwards. And that's so once these are all together, we have a back cover and a front cover. And you can kind of see this pocket here sticks out. Once I have everything taped, I go back and I trim that real quick. But first, I want to attach these 2 together. And we are going to do that by using our scrap paper. Here you can kind of see it, but I used 2 pieces of paper and taped them onto the backs to attach these 2 together so that they form one. So we are going to take this paper that was left over and we are going to tape these 2 together with this paper. So I am going to measure this real quick because I forget. This is about 4 inches. So I think I did 7-inch pieces. So I'm going to cut these down to 7 inches, and then I will use them with double-sided tape to stick them together. I'm gonna go ahead and fold these in half. And I find it better to put the tape onto the folio itself and not these attaching pieces. I think you're just less likely to make errors. On my other one, I accidentally taped the cover portions together, these two together, and that messed it up, and I ripped it off, and you can kind of see a tear piece there, but it ended up looking kind of nice. And I used the other, you have 2 scrap pieces left over, and that's what I used on the cover to cover up my error. So I mean, it all worked out, but in order to avoid that, I wouldn't put the double-sided tape on this, but I'd put it directly onto your project. So I know that these are the 2 sections that need to come together, because this is my cover and this is my back cover. So I'm just gonna kind of fold them over on top of each other so I don't get confused. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some tape to this side, and I'll do one side at a time. So here are both pieces taped on, holding it together. So that's what that side looks like, and then you come over here and then your pockets are together. So mine is pretty loosely folded, so I'm just going to take some time to really crease, like get it creased really well so that it's a little more flat, a little more tight. Okay? So there it is. I just add a ribbon to it so it can tie closed. You have your cover, you have these two pockets. If you saw, I taped just this one edge down. And then you open it this way. I'm okay with this one being open since this edge is closed over here. And then we have these, and I tape this edge down. And then here's your back cover. And then if you open it this way, you have a section here. And so what I did, and a section here, and then your front cover. So in these sections, you could really do whatever you want. You could make pockets. You could use this to make a pocket. You have two leftover pieces of paper, and so you can use these. I used these sections for like little notebook sections, and so I took just some computer paper and I trimmed them down to fit, and then I just tied them in with some embroidery floss. One tip I have, if you do that, is go ahead and give yourself like a small slit up here to keep your string still. So on both ends, if you just kind of cut a really tiny slit, that will keep the string in there. But then you open it up and you have these little notebooks. So that's one suggestion, but you could really do whatever you want in there. And then I put journaling cards in my pockets, but the possibilities are endless. So this is just kind of the basics, bare bones of it. Here's an example of what I did with that when I put in my note cards and I put in some paper. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments below how you would use this accordion folio, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
If you would like to see more, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss a video.